Today we're going to turn this into this. What's going on, guys? Welcome back today for another video. Today we're going to be installing a strobe module in that third brake light up there. I've never taken that third brake light out, so I got to figure out how to take it apart, how to get to the wiring, because that's what we're after. And it should be pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I had one of these in my Jeep, but for whatever reason it kept burning the strobe module out. I don't know if that light just requires more power or something, but hopefully it works good on the Subaru. And I mean, I see them all the time on Subarus, so I don't think it'll be an issue. But let's try to take this all apart, figure out how to get to the third brake light wiring, and then we'll go from there and we'll see what it looks like before and after. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, guys, just real quick, I went ahead and detailed this whole car yesterday, which is why it's so shiny. As you can see on the roof, all the water's beading. I did ceramic coat this car. Well, not like legit ceramic coat, but it's like a spray wax type ceramic coat. So it does work really, really nicely. And all this water kind of just falls right off, keeps the car nice and clean. It's just, you know, good to do, like if you want your car to look really nice. As you can see, it's all beading water. It's not like, you know, sitting there or anything, but it does just wipe right off. We just had a bunch of rain here and thunderstorms and everything was flooded. So I haven't really done anything new to this thing besides I put like some LEDs in the high beams and stuff, but I'm going to be changing these headlights because I don't really like them and the light output's not the greatest. But for today's video, we're going to be getting a strobe module installed on this guy right here. It's just nice to have. It attracts people's attention when you're braking so they don't run into the back of you. And then I have another video that's going to be next week. We're going to actually get rid of this stock goofy looking antenna, and that should be really, really nice. And then I also installed some more LED lights in the interior just to finish it off, the map lights. I just didn't have bulbs in there before. But I mean, other than that, I didn't really do much besides clean it. And yeah, so let's hop right into this and install that strobe module. So here's your strobe module, guys. I still have it in the package and everything. Comes with double-sided tape, and you pretty much just have a positive and negative on both sides. One says in, one says out. I don't know which way it is. I can't really see through the package, but I'm going to open this up, and we need to start by finding our wiring, possibly removing the third brake light. I'm not too sure how this car is put together. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna have to do, but these are really, really simple to put in, and it's a very, very good safety mechanism just for when people are driving behind you, just to attract their attention so you don't get rear-ended. But let me see how this car comes apart, and then I'll show you guys how to wire this up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like before and what it looks like after. It is light time, so we'll see if you can really see it, but you should be able to see it a little bit. It is LED, so let me see what's gonna happen here. All right, guys, so it's pretty much gonna be the same for whatever car you're working on if you want to install one of these. But in this particular vehicle, you're gonna remove these plastic pieces, which Subaru was nice enough to just make it a bunch of clips where you just pull out like so. You want to be careful. These are only plastic. You don't want to break any of them. Otherwise, you're going to have some interior rattles and it's not going to sound too great. And I believe this is our wiring right here. So to check that, I'm going to unplug this and I'm going to hit the brakes and see if the brake light works. If the brake light doesn't work, then I know for a fact this is our wiring, and this is the wiring we're going to tap into, which I'm pretty sure this is our wiring because it's only 2 wires. But we'll see what happens. All right, guys, so as you can see from the last clip, we no longer have a third brake light. So I know this is for our third brake light. The only reason I checked that, you know, normally you wouldn't even have to check it, but I can't physically see the third brake light because it's mounted in the spoiler on this car. And also there's a windshield washer sprayer that is right next to it. So I just wanted to make sure before I went and cut any wires, because you do have to cut this stock harness I'm not a huge fan of it, but I want my third brake light to strobe, so I'm gonna do what I have to do. I could always put it back later if for whatever reason I don't want it anymore. I can just you know, wire connect these back and call it a day. But yeah, so on this car is very, very simple. Some cars are going to be harder. This plug was a little bit of a pain to get out, just because you have to press in right here, and the way it goes together is just weird. So let me wire it in and I'll show you guys where I'm going to mount it and everything, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all said and done. So to accomplish this job, guys, I use this to get the plug apart. You might not need it. I did. You're going to want some red wire connectors, which are the smallest, I believe, that they make. You're going to want some wire cutters, a razor blade, wire strippers, and wire crimpers. And the razor blade's just to cut back this cover on here, just because I need access to these wires. So I'm going to cut these apart, and I'll show you guys after I cut it apart and everything, and how I'm going to wire it in. I'm pretty sure that green with white is going to be our positive and white with black is going to be our negative, but you're always best double checking it. I'm not going to, but you should. And just to make sure that negative and positive or whatever, because it is LED, so it does matter. But let me get these cut apart and I'll show you guys how it looks, and then I'll wire it in and show you guys the rest. So you definitely don't have to go crazy, but you do want to splice back enough to where you can access the wires, because you are going to be putting connectors on here. But here's the plug, the end of the plug, and here's the wires going to the light. So you pretty much just want to interrupt the signal in between. So picture your strobe module in between this gap. That's what you want to accomplish. So let me wire it up and I'll show you guys what it looks like wired up, and then I'll mount it and everything, and then we'll test it out. All right guys, so I do have it wired to the harness to the car, which is going to be your in. Think about it like, you know, the current's coming in and then it would go out to the light. So that's how it gets wired. It says in right here, in, out, and then it says negative, positive. Obviously black's negative, red's positive. It's pretty simple, no brainer. We'll probably mount this, you know, up here or something. It does need to be mounted though. I wouldn't just leave it loose, you know, wiggling around. It's not good. So what we're gonna do to test it, since I didn't test my wires before, I'm gonna crimp the connectors on this side, but I'm not gonna crimp them on this side. I'm just gonna put them in there and make sure it works before I go ahead and make my final crimps, just so I don't start making these wires really, really short. And yeah, so let me get those connected to there. We'll test it out, we'll see how it functions, and then if everything's good, we'll put everything back together. So as you guys can see, it does work. It flashes just like it's supposed to flash. So I'm gonna make my final crimps here, and then I'm gonna mount this up. I'll show you guys what it looks like all mounted, and then we'll put it all back together. I'll show you guys a before comparison and an after comparison, and let me know your thoughts down below. Drop a comment. I always love hearing from you guys. I don't mind answering questions, or if you guys want to see videos of certain things, you know, definitely drop a comment. Let me know what you want to see a video of. I had a subscriber actually hit me up during the week and he needed a video about the Jeep, so I gladly sent him a video privately on Instagram. He knows who he is if he is watching this video, which he probably is. So definitely drop a comment if you guys need help with anything. I'll be more than happy to give you a hand. All right guys, so I ended up mounting the module here. I'm not entirely sure if that panel is going to go on with it there, but that's where I decided to go with it and take my luck of if the panel goes back together. I taped both sides of the wiring just so, you know, water stays out. I don't think it's going to get wet back here because no water ever gets inside, so probably won't, but better safe than sorry. And electrical tape, you know, is not a bad idea. It's usually like 99 cents, so just a piece of measure there. But let me try to put this panel back on and see what happens, and if it fits, I'll show you guys that it fits, and then I'll show you guys before and after of the third brake light, and that'll conclude today's video. So the panel did fit fantastically, like there's nothing even back there, so that's really nice that I don't have to worry about mounting it somewhere else. It's all the way on, should be good. Let's test it, make sure it works, and then we're good to go. my shop supervisor right here. Right? There you guys have it. That's going to conclude today's video. Just something quick. I don't really have too much content lately. You know, money's been a little tight, so I haven't been buying many things, but I've been doing stuff here and there, you know. Try to keep the content going for you guys. We're at 270 subscribers. I just want to say thank you to all the subscribers that I have, especially the day one. You know, you guys are amazing. You always dropping comments for me, always asking questions, always giving me compliments and stuff, you know. And, you know, some people hating, but it's okay. It is what it is, you know, it's gonna happen. But I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Definitely continue to drop a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.